The newest dinosaur to enter the Jurassic World universe is none other than the strange Becklespinax, a weird Spinosaurus I honestly never heard of before this animated Jurassic World Chaos Theory show, which is great by the way, dropped on Netflix and gave this awesome dinosaur its mainstream media debut. And I found it imperative to dig into some of the information on this strange animal. And I found some interesting things. Back in the 1850s, Samuel Beckles, a legendary fossil collector on a daring expedition in the rugged landscapes of East Sussex, England, was searching to unearth more dinosaurs. With each stroke of his pickaxe, he ventured deeper into the ancient earth. Suddenly, he unearthed something extraordinary. Bones with towering spiky vertebrae that would baffle scientists for decades to come. These unique fossils would eventually be known as the Becklespinax, named in honor of Beckles and those awe-inspiring spines. Those spines that set this dinosaur apart from the rest. This is the curious case of the Becklespinax.
Imagine if you had a home on the internet for all things dinosaur and prehistoric. A universe where you can live and learn all you want about the ancient creatures that occupy your mind. You can find it only here on the Dinosaur Channel. Welcome to the Dinoverse.
Before we continue, I'd really appreciate you all subscribing, and if you can become a member on this channel, it goes a long way to support us so we can keep creating more amazing prehistoric content just for you. We also have a PayPal link below in the description, so if you find value in our content, please donate. For years, these mysterious bones of the Becklespinax were mistakenly classified as part of the Megalosaurus genus. Megalosaurus holds the distinction of being the first dinosaur to be scientifically described and named. Discovered in the early 19th century in the Oxfordshire region of England, its fossils marked a significant milestone in paleontology. Megalosaurus lived during the Middle Jurassic period, approximately 166 million years ago. As a large theropod, it measured about 9 meters or 30 feet in length, and weighed around 1 ton, making it one of the top predators of its time. And that's great and all, but something even cooler was lurking in the history of these mysterious bones. In 1991, after inspecting these ancient bones, the intrepid paleontologist George Olszewski, with his sharp eye for detail, swooped in and declared, "This is no Megalosaurus. This is a brand new genus." And thus, the Becklespinax was thrust into the spotlight, capturing the imaginations of dinosaur enthusiasts everywhere. I should also mention that before we continue, the Becklespinax and the Altispinax are synonymous. Once they were thought to be two differing dinos, but more research was done and these two species were combined under the name Becklespinax. Standing at an impressive 7 to 8 meters long, Becklespinax was about the size of a small bus. But it wasn't just the size that made it stand out. It was those remarkable neural spines, which were like a prehistoric mohawk. I mean, I sometimes think that paleoart goes out on a limb, but goddamn, those things are ridiculous. These spines could reach lengths of up to 60 centimeters, and their purpose remains a topic of heated debate among scientists. Some believe that they formed a majestic sail used for thermoregulation, much like an ancient air conditioner. Becklespinax could have used it for cooling itself under the scorching Cretaceous sun, its sail catching the breeze. Others think it was all about attention, a flashy display to attract mates or intimidate rivals. Without any particular evidence to point at, the Becklespinax could have had a colorful sail to accomplish these very goals. And Becklespinax belonged to the Spinosaurid family, a fascinating group of theropods known for their crocodile-like skulls and piscivorous diets. These dinosaurs were the original fishing enthusiasts, with teeth perfect for snagging slippery prey. Though we've only had a few bones of Becklespinax, its relatives like the colossal Spinosaurus and the fish-loving Baryonyx give us tantalizing hints about its lifestyle and behavior. Similar to the relationship between Spinosaurus and Suchomimus, both living in Africa during the Cretaceous period, Baryonyx and Becklespinax, two fascinating theropod spinosaurids, may have just been very related. Both share several intriguing similarities. Both lived around 140 million years ago and were discovered in England, with Baryonyx found in Surrey and the Becklespinax in East Sussex, indicating that they inhabited similar regions. Belonging to the theropod clade, they showcase evolutionary traits common to bipedal carnivores. Baryonyx, part of the Spinosaurid family, is known for its piscivorous diet, featuring long, conical teeth and a crocodile-like snout ideal for catching fish, like all Spinosaurids. While we're less sure what the diet of Becklespinax was, its similar physical structure, and while the fact that it was a Spinosaur, point to it probably munched on some yummy fish during the Cretaceous period. All spinosaurids were likely the top fish hunters of their time, equipped with conical teeth and long, powerful jaws. And even with the limited fossil evidence, Becklespinax provides a crucial glimpse into the diverse world of early Cretaceous dinosaurs. Its fossils were discovered in the Wadhurst Clay Formation, a rich geological treasure trove that dates back 140 million years. This ancient formation has also yielded fossils of other remarkable creatures like Iguanodon and Hypsilophodon, along with various marine reptiles and fish. It was a bustling, dynamic ecosystem teeming with life and vibrant with activity. Millions of years ago, this part of England was a lush, tropical paradise with rivers snaking through dense vegetation and coastal areas brimming with marine life. This was the world that Becklespinax inhabited. Now we'll move on to our section with a bit of spoilers. As we mentioned earlier in the episode, Becklespinax got its debut during Jurassic World Chaos Theory, at least in the mainstream media. We'll mention now the different episodes that it appears in the show and what happened exactly during those periods. If you want to avoid spoilers for the show, we recommend you click off the video. In the episode called Freefall, after Yasmina, Ben, and Sammy were tracked on the Dinosaur Danger-Free Island, the broker sent officers Jensen and Jared to the island with a pair of Becklespinax in an attempt to kill them. After the security system was disabled, the pair of Becklespinax named Blondie and Brunette ventured into the island while one stayed close. There, one of the Becklespinaxes started terrorizing the citizens and eating them. She then focused on chasing Yaz and Ben in Ben's van. The van stopped to get Sammy as the dinosaur attacked the vehicle. Afterwards, Brunette continued to pursue them until she gave up the chase. To their surprise, they encountered the second Becklespinax, destroying the sign of the island while the other caught up to them. As hope was lost for the Nublar 6, the DPW members arrived at the scene, but instead they shot the tires of Ben's van. Brunette continuously rammed into the van on the island's bridge, causing both the van and the dinosaur to fall into the sea. This was a super dramatic scene in Jurassic World Chaos Theory, where you get to see both the dinosaur and the crew that were following almost die and drowned underwater. In episodes that night, as Ben, Sammy, and Yaz were sinking inside of the van, Brunette attempted but struggled to swim back to the surface. Eventually, it managed to get to the surface and breathe before swimming back to shore, where it was recaptured and tranquilized by the two officers and placed into a big transport truck alongside Blondie. In episode The Drop, the truck carrying these Becklespinax were transported to the Department of Prehistoric Wildlife facility. The two dinosaurs were directed into the field where herbivore dinosaurs were held in a massive enclosure. During a car chase between Jared against Sammy and Yaz, the latter drove into the herbivore field enclosure, attempting to make a stampede. However, it failed and the girls instead made Jared drive straight into the watering hole. When the fake agent exited, he came face to face with the Becklespinax, and he tried to shoot it down. However, he ran out of ammo and was mauled to death as the herbivores watched. In episode Into the Fog, inside the DPW warehouse, Darius mentioned the attack of the Becklespinax and the Atrociraptors, as he theorized that someone within the DPW was trying to kill them. Another Becklespinax was seen inside one of the cages in said warehouse. This dinosaur is honestly very, very cool, but without a lot of information on it, it's hard to make an episode like this. This is the reason why we called this episode The Curious Case of the Becklespinax. In this series, we'll be following some lesser-known dinosaurs like the Nigersaurus and the Rajasaurus to try to understand these less understood dinosaurs. As the years go by in paleontology, we keep learning more and more about spinosaurids like Suchomimus, Baryonyx, and Spinosaurus. Dinosaurs like the Becklespinax or Siamosaurus, which was also a spinosaurid, leave a tale that's a little bit less unknown. And as we learn more information on the Becklespinax, we hope to make a follow-up video on this dinosaur to understand even more about its lifestyle and its history. Before we leave, I want to remind you guys to become a member on this channel because it goes a long way to support us, so we can keep creating more amazing prehistoric content just for you. We have a PayPal link below as well, so if you find value in our content, please consider donating. And we'll see you on the next prehistoric adventure. Goodbye.